Larissa met Stephan on a dating app, and from the first moment, his charm was magnetic. His texts were the perfect mix of flirtation and humor, and his profile suggested he had his life together: a great job in finance, a side hobby as a painter, and a love for hiking. On their first call, his deep, velvety voice left her smiling for hours. When Stefan suggested dinner at a trendy Italian restaurant, Larissa eagerly accepted. Stefan didn't disappoint when he arrived at the restaurant. He was tall, impeccably dressed in a dark blue button-down and slim-fit chinos, and his cologne carried a subtle but intoxicating scent. Larissa, in her favorite red dress, felt butterflies as he greeted her with a warm smile. Dinner was phenomenal. Between bites of spaghetti carbonara and sips of wine, they laughed about bad first dates, shared guilty pleasures. Stefan confessed to binge-watching reality TV and traded lingering glances that made her pulse race. By dessert, the sexual tension was undeniable. When Stefan suggested heading back to his place for a nightcap, Larissa hesitated for a split second, but his cheeky grin convinced her. "Why not?" she thought. "You only live once." Stefan lived in a downtown loft with a spectacular view of the city. At first glance, it was charming in a chaotic, artsy kind of way. But as Larissa stepped further inside, she began noticing quirks. There were paint splatters on the floor and walls, from his supposed hobby, a precariously stacked tower of books in the corner, and, most unsettling, a mannequin dressed in a tuxedo standing next to the window. "Don't mind him," Stephan said casually, catching her gaze. "That's Alfred. He's my silent roommate." Larissa laughed nervously. "Right, silent." She decided to focus on the positives. The mood lighting was cozy, his music playlist was fantastic, and the wine he poured her was top-notch. They moved to the couch, and the electricity between them reignited. As they kissed, Stefan's hands tangled in her hair. Larissa leaned into him, but just as the moment was heating up, a loud crunch startled them both. "Oh no," Stephan groaned, pulling back. Larissa looked down to see she had crushed a half-eaten bag of potato chips hidden between the couch cushions. "Seriously?" she asked, half laughing, half horrified. I forgot those were there," Stephan stammered, brushing crumbs off her dress. They burst out laughing and decided to move things to the bedroom, which Stephan confidently called his sanctuary. Larissa's apprehension from earlier faded as they tumbled into bed, eager to continue. Stephan's bed frame creaked ominously as they shifted positions. "Is this thing sturdy?" Larissa asked, raising an eyebrow. "Totally," Stephan replied, a little too quickly. "It's IKEA. Reliable stuff." As if on cue, the bed gave a mighty crack and collapsed beneath them. Larissa let out a squeal as she fell onto Stephan, whose head smacked into the now slanted headboard. "Oh my God!" Larissa exclaimed, scrambling to get off him. "Are you okay?" "I'm fine," Stephan groaned, rubbing the back of his head. "This stupid bed. I thought I fixed it last month." Larissa tried to help him up, but in the chaos, her knee hit an open tube of paint that had rolled off the bedside table. She slipped, landing flat on her back on the floor, with blue paint smeared across her thigh and her dress. Trying to salvage the night, Stephan ran to the bathroom to grab towels. Larissa looked around the room and noticed other oddities: a stack of dirty dishes on the dresser, an abstract painting on the wall that seemed to depict two stick figures fighting a bear, and a stuffed animal collection on a shelf labeled "Do Not Touch." Stephan returned, apologizing profusely, but as he dabbed at the paint on her leg, Larissa realized the towel he was using was suspiciously damp and smelled faintly of bleach. "This isn't a clean towel, is it?" she asked, pulling away. Stephan's face turned crimson. I might have used it to clean up after Alfred got dusty." "Alfred? The mannequin?" "Yeah," Stephan muttered sheepishly. "He's kind of like my muse." At this point, Larissa was equal parts horrified and amused. She stood up, trying to shake off the ridiculousness of the situation. You know what? Let's just call it a night. But as she reached for her dress, the mannequin, Alfred, suddenly tipped over, landing face first on the floor. The impact sent a cloud of dust flying, and Larissa burst out coughing. Stephan scrambled to lift Alfred back up, muttering, "I swear this isn't normal for me." "I hope not," Larissa said, grabbing her purse, "because I don't think I can handle normal Stephan if this is just an off night." The next day, Larissa recounted the story to her best friend over brunch. They laughed until tears streamed down their faces, but Larissa admitted that despite the disaster, she kind of wanted to give Stephan another chance. After all, he might be chaotic, but he was also funny, genuine, and, in his own way, endearing. Plus, she kind of missed Alfred already,